Hi, Gary Lee here with Black Belt TV's Martial Arts Exclusive. We're in Anaheim, California at the beautiful Anaheim Hilton Hotel celebrating the Masters Hall of Fame. We've had all kinds of celebrities, masters, choreographers come through tonight for celebrity interviews, but this is my first judo celebrity interview. Mr. Pat Schrader, Shishidan from North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. Pat, thank you for the interview.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Now, how did you get started in judo, and what's the word in Charlotte?
My father.
Okay.
He did 4 tours in Japan.
Wow.
In Kodokan, and
Us.
when he got home with me and my brother, y'all are going to do this. And so it's, I started when I was 5 years old.
Wow.
I'm 56 now, so I've been doing it 51 years.
Wow, wow. Now, when did you make Shishidan?
October last year.
Wow, congratulations on that. My favorite technique, and I couldn't throw it in sport karate, was rote sakanagi.
Yep.
Okay, but they always would disqualify me because it was always done with bad intention. Us.
Yes.
But favorite technique is ippon sakanagi, rote sakanagi, without a doubt. But we couldn't throw it in sport karate tournaments. I mentioned earlier that you knew 2 good friends of mine, Gene LaBelle
Yes, sir.
and Carl Geist, great
Yes.
martial artists. Now, how is your judo compared to, say, what they do?
Mine's mostly traditional. I spent 3 years in Europe in my teenage years and went all over Europe competing. And
you competed?
I competed
Cool.
nationally and had some national wins back in my teenage years. Since then, it's mostly been coaching now.
Good.
I've had a few.
Charlotte is a melting point for a lot of Southeast martial arts. How long have you had your judo school there?
The one I have now, I've had 18 years.
Wow, okay.
And so it's with Matthews Police Department.
Okay, so are you a police officer too?
I'm a police officer. Well, actually, I'm retired from the sheriff's office, and I'm a reserve officer with Matthews again.
Wow.
And I teach for the Matthews Police Athletic League.
Now, has judo ever come in play to
Oh, yes.
arrest quite a few times?
Yeah,
You dumped a couple guys,
I've been
huh?
glad I've had it. There's a lot of times I've been putting people in the back of the car before I realized I've done everything.
It just comes as a natural
It's
instinct.
automatic, and fortunately, I've been hurt plenty of times, but never been injured.
Yes, sir.
And I'm glad I've had the training.
Absolutely.
In my younger days, I wasn't so happy with it because my brother was 2 years older and I was always the dummy.
Okay.
But I outgrew him, and that changed.
Now, you mentioned your father. Your father was a teacher too?
My father's in 9th grade.
Wow.
He's 80 years old. He still gets on the mat and coaches.
80 years old and still gets on the mat?
Yes, sir.
Amazing. That sounds like a Carl Geist, because Carl's getting up there, and he still gets on the mat a little bit. Wow. Now, what are you doing here at the Masters Hall of Fame? Who are you supporting? Are you being inducted? or what?
I have one of my students that's being inducted.
What an honor.
And I came to support him.
Wow. I bet he feels really, really lucky. He's a long ways, too, from Charlotte.
Yeah, it is.
We just came back from Greenville, South Carolina, which is coast to
about an hour
coast.
and a half from us, yes.
Yeah. Charlotte's pretty, though.
Yeah, so
You got all the 4 seasons, and
Yeah.
sure. Do you train outside as well as also inside the dojo?
No, most of it's in the dojo.
In the dojo?
I'm also a national referee, and so I go to a lot of the events.
All the
around
judo
country.
events.
And-
Okay. And what's the biggest judo event in America right now?
Well, it depends on what you're after. Probably the senior nationals and the U.S. Open are the 2 events where you earn points towards the Olympics.
Okay.
And that's what people.
Have they done the judo in the Olympics so far yet? Or that's next week?
No, they're doing. And they still have some going. And we.
Do you know any of the favorites that
One.
you want to plug?
Miss Rossi won a bronze.
Okay.
That's one of our females. And
One of your students?
No.
Okay.
It's one of our.
Sure,
once
judo
you get to that level, you're under the coaches of the
Cool.
part of the Olympic Committee.
I got a question. Do you know Mike Swain?
Oh yes,
How good was Mike?
Mike was good.
Mike was tough?
Yeah, Mike was good.
You know, he's just known for his mask, but I understand everybody talked to him. Mike was really good.
Yes.
Good job. Well, how'd you do in your competition years?
In my competition years, I did quite well. I wasn't one of those
What's your
top
favorite
10.
technique?
Tai-toshi.
Tell me about that technique.
Yeah, Tai-toshi is a hand technique where you turn in front of your opponent with your leg out, and you basically Tai-toshi means body drop. And you sort of drop out of sight, and he falls over you.
Okay.
It's a easy
Good street technique?
It's a like I say, it's a hand technique, and it's he loses his balance.
What's your favorite technique in judo that you would use in a street situation as far as self-defense?
Osotogari?
Otosagari. Explain that to my viewers what that is.
Osotogari is where I step to the side of my opponent, one side or the other, and sweep his leg out from behind him. And of course, I'm normally holding one arm or the other, and that's what allows me to do that.
I got to tell you a short story. I was working out in a gym, beating on the bag. A gentleman came up to me. His name was Andy Hippert, 3 tours of Nam, and he came up to me and said, "Would you like the randori?" I go, "Sure." And I thought it was kumite, right? First thing he did was he dropped me hard. And I said, okay, fine, let's get it. Bam, he dropped me again. Well, he ended up teaching me judo for 3 years, and I found out what randori was. It wasn't kumite, it was a little bit different. It was a judo way of fighting, which was really good. I learned a good lesson.
Yes.
And I really thank God for learning judo, because it's really incorporated into my karate a whole lot. I thank you for this interview. It means so much. If someone wants to contact me in Charlotte, can you give me a website or a phone number?
Our website is judo-caja.com.
All right. Thank you, Pat, for this interview.
Thank you.
And congratulations on your student tonight.
Thank you.